Hi, my name is StrawberryGirl and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to make this square knot bracelet with a Polymer clay bead in the middle. And pause here to know what times you could go to make the different things. So first we're going to make the Polymer clay bead. So just take a ball of clay and flatten it out to your desired bead shape. And I'm using another bead for reference. So you could poke holes with pretty much anything sharp. So I'm going to use a toothpick, but you could use a toothpick, an eye pin, a dotting tool, just anything small and pointy. And when you poke the hole, be sure to flip your clay over and poke the hole there too to make it look good on both sides. And this is another bead that I made. So when you're done making your beads, go ahead and bake your clay according to its package directions. So these are the finished pieces when they're out of the oven, and I painted one of them, well actually two of them, which you're gonna see in a second. That one. So to make it shiny, I'm going to use Sculpey Gloss Glaze. You can use any type of glaze to make it shiny. And glazing it is completely optional, but I'm doing it here. So now I'm going to make the findings for my bead. So use an eye pin and stick it through the bead. And I'm putting the eye pin through because my string can't fit through my Polymer clay bead's hole. So I'm just going to use an eye pin to make the string able to fit through a hole, if that makes sense. So I'm going to fold my eye pin over, and then I'm going to cut the axis off, and then I'm going to use needle nose pliers to twirl the wire and make a little loop. So it's kind of like a double-sided eye pin, folded in half inside your clay bead. So this is what it looks like. And make sure that both sides are pretty even. And then now I'm going to take a few jump rings. I used 2 jump rings on each side, one for each of my strings, which you will see later. So just open up your jump ring using your pliers and close them like this. And this is what it looks like. So now we're going to get the string for our bracelet. So take some cord. I'm using round leather cord. And we're going to have a long string and a short string. So first I'm doing the long string here. So I'm going to measure 2 feet and 9 inches. And then I'm going to cut it. And this string will be the string we're knotting with, which we'll see later. And then next I'm going to do the short piece, and it will be the center string. So that's 1 foot and 6 inches. So then thread both strings through each of the jump rings that you put, and take your middle string, or I mean your shorter string, and fold it in half. And then tape the end down to your table. So only the string that shouldn't be taped is the long string. So taking the left side of the long string, make a 4 with it, like this, over the middle. Then take the right string and bring it underneath the middle and through the loop you made with the left string. And then tie a knot at the top of your strings Hopefully that made sense, but I'm going to show it to you again. So we made the 4 on the left. So now for our next knot, we're going to make it on the right. So just make a 4 using your right string, like this. And then bring the opposite string over under the 2 middle strings. Okay, so under the 2 middle strings, and then through the, oh, whoops, okay. Okay, so under the 2 middle strings and through the right loop, aka the middle of the 4, and then pull it at the top. And my hair is at the bottom, sorry. And then do the opposite side and do a 4. So this time we're going to do the left as a 4, bring the right string over, and then bring the right string under and through the loop on the left, and pull it tight at the top. And then we're going to do the opposite, so do a backwards 4 on the right. Pull your left string over and go under and through the loop. And if you still don't get it, I suggest like watching my movements instead of like, I think it's easier to just watch me do it instead of just hearing me explain it. So now I'm just going to finish my bracelet, and make sure it's about half of your wrist because we're going to do the other side. So when I wrapped it around, it was about half of my wrist, and this is how long it is. And then these are the excess strings, so I'm just going to clip them at all of the even lengths. Those are not wire cutters. Okay, those are wire cutters, and I'm going to cut them all at an even length. And then I'm going to repeat this process on my other side of on the other side of my bracelet, and clip the strings too. So now I'm going to attach a coil end. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I'm going to attach a coil end at the end of my bracelet. So you need 2 of them, 1 for each side. So I'm going to take the 2 middle strings. I'm going to ignore the side ones. And then I'm going to clip them so they are a little bit taller than my coil end. Like that. And then I'm going to slip my coil end on to see if it fits or not, and you could just keep clipping until it's at a perfect length. So now it's at a perfect length, and I'm going to put my coil end on and make sure that my 2 other strings don't get loose. And then I'm going to center it a little, or like twist it so the little loop is flat and aligned to my bracelet. And then I'm going to take some pliers and crimp the end of my coil end. And if you don't get this step, you could always watch another video on YouTube for more detail, because I'm just explaining this very briefly. So right here I'm crimping it and making sure when I tug it, it doesn't fall off. And then I'm repeating that process on the other side. And make sure that you align them pretty evenly and like align them to the bracelet pretty evenly and like make both of them the same, if you get what I mean. So I crimped both of them and I'm making sure that they're nice and tight. So this is what it looks like when both of them are on. And I'm just testing if it fits around to see how long I want my chain closure to be. So now I'm taking a jump ring and I'm going to attach my not a lobster clasp, I'm just going to attach my clasp on. So I'm going to loop it through one end and add my clasp on right here. And then I'm going to close it with needle nose pliers. And then this is what it should look like. And then I'm going to attach a chain. So I already pre-made a little chain and I have a jump ring on each side of it. And then I'm going to open up one side and I'm going to attach it to the opposite end of my bracelet and close it up. So now just test if your bracelet can close. And this is what it looks like so far. And now we're going to cut off the ends and hold them down with glaze. You could also use clear nail polish if you don't have any glaze. Just any clear little sealer liquid or something. So just cut off the ends and be careful that they don't unravel. So like hold it very gently, like don't pull at anything. Make sure to tighten them before you cut them off because you want the knots to look good. Okay, and I'm making sure that they're nice and tight. And then using my glaze, I'm going to apply the glaze on the knots using a brush. So make sure you use a pretty thick coat because you do not want your bracelet to become undone. And make sure your glaze or varnish or nail polish dries clear. And I'm just doing it to both sides. And the chain is wiggling right here. So I got the glaze on my chain and I'm trying to rub it off right here. But it's fine, and now I'm just going to leave that to dry. And you should be done after it's dry. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. I'll talk to you later. Bye.